What's going on, everyone? Dwayne here from NorCal Nerf Club, and boy, am I glad to be making this video today. I've got a little pet peeve about YouTube content creators. A lot of times, you know, they haven't done a video in a while, and they'll get on going, "Oh man, I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've done a video," and that's the whole intro to their newest video. But it has been a while, and for a reason. I'm very happy to say that I bought and invested a bunch of time and money into a Nerf War event company, and we've been having a good time throwing events up here in Humboldt County. Yep, Humboldt Nerf, and I'll leave a link to the Facebook page for Humboldt Nerf for you guys to check out and what I've been up to over there. But as you can see in front of us today, very glad to say that I have the new Nerf Rival Forerunner, the 1200. That means, of course, it holds 12 rounds, as it says up here at the top right here. As you can see, 12 times accurate rounds, most accurate Nerf Rival rounds, except for these, of course. But yeah, I think the X-Shot Chaos rounds, those are some of the best rounds that you can get, actually. But these are real good too. I will tell you what. Yeah, they've definitely made an improvement. That is definitely one of the great go-to rival balls is the brand new ones and stuff. They are really, really good, the Accurate Rival series, as I do like these type of blasters. And this one intrigued me because it holds those 12 rounds. Quite a bit of a blaster for being able to hold those 12 rounds when you got blasters like the Saturn that only holds, 12 rounds to it, or 10 rounds to it rather. You've got things like the Takedown here, right there, comparing the size of those, and that only holds 8 rounds to it. And you've got things like the Liberator over here. Kind of put them handle to handle, trigger to trigger. This one's quite a bit longer. But you can cheat this one. It's supposed to be a 10-round blaster, but you can cheat this one and make it hold 12 rounds by, you can load 3 in and then shoot off 1 and then load 10 more in, or open this up and open up the loading door there where it flaps open, load in 2 of them, close that door, and then load in 10 more. There you go. And you got a 12-round blaster. Works real smooth on 12 rounds too. But yes, this is a 12-round blaster, which I can't wait to get into. This one definitely has been intriguing me because it's a big one. It's a big, huge one. In fact, look at this. See, if I grab my Pathfinder, put these trigger to trigger, this is just a little bit longer, but now this one, the Pathfinder has the most amount of space between where the round leaves, and that goes all the way down this barrel. Huge amount of length, the most for any rival blaster where it has that amount where it leaves the breech area of the blaster and the barrel, and it has a long way to go down through that barrel. But this one, yeah, very short, going back to where you load them more up here towards the front. But enough of looking at the box. I want to get this thing out of the box and we'll get a little bit closer look to it. Well, there it is, all out of the package. You might as well run over a few of the features on the Forerunner. One thing that impressed me about this is it's got the sights on it. Once again, adjustable. I don't know how much big of a difference that adjustable makes on this, but it's nicely spring-loaded. You can move that up or down. I'm guessing kind of leaning towards down right now. But yeah, that's a really good, nice little feature on these, because these are fairly accurate, and hopefully I'll be able to show that to you a little bit later on in the video. But going back here, you got this funny little knob back here. Nice little area right there, a little sling point right there. And once again, a black trigger. That intrigues me. In fact, I want to see something here. Look at the. Yeah, we didn't look at the back of the box, but look at this on the back of the box. It shows an orange trigger. Same thing. Pathfinder has a black trigger on it. But when have you ever seen a black trigger on any Nerf blaster? Period. But yeah, look at the picture there. It has an orange one on there. Huh. Very strange, but I like it. I like the look to it. Little prime release. Right there, if you do have a jam or anything, right there you can unlock the prime on this and be able to clear that jam pretty easily too. It's going to be right there. Which, yeah, let's check out. This is a pretty big, thick blaster. Of course, even compared to the Pathfinder, which is very, very light. I like that about it. Very sleek and everything, very streamlined. Well, this is a much thicker blaster. Now, once again, that's a magazine one, and this has an internal magazine in it holding 12 rounds, but it has quite a bigger and chunkier grip on that. Look at the differences in the grips. Now this one, I made a whole video about how I flip that around so that you get this up front. That makes this blaster a whole lot better. You can prime it a whole lot faster and get a nice grip on it, which I like this grip. They've got plenty on the front of it. Yeah. I might not have to do that to this one. That's plenty comfortable because it's very big and thick. You know, got some good texture to it. Once again, the Pathfinder one was completely smooth on the bottom. Never understood that. And this got some nice notches right there for you to get a hold of this. Yep, pretty nice prime. It even feels a little bit stiffer than normal. I like that. So it's got a little bit of power into it. We're going to see what this can do on the chronograph, of course, and then you know how I like to do in my videos. We're going to take a screwdriver to this and probably going to be throwing in some K25 in it. So stick around for that. We're going to make an improvement. We're going to see how we are stock. We are going to be throwing a little bit bigger spring in this, and we'll see what we can do with it. See if we can make it a little bit more powerful. I'd love to get it up in the range about maybe 125 to 135, maybe a little bit more out of this one. But let's get it on the chronograph right now. Okay, everyone, I have already fired a few shots through the chronograph and had to shut down my chronograph and check it out and hopefully recalibrate it. I think there was something wrong with it, either that or I have got one lemon of a Forerunner here. Let's go ahead. I've got it loaded up right now with 6 of the new Rival rounds. Oh, what in the world? I doubled on that one. Hey. Anyways, here we go. Let's try this shot. 65.2, yay. 76.7. 80 even. 80.6. Got one more here. 80 even once again. Okay, now, yeah, either something's wrong with my chronograph here, or let's check this out, actually. My takedown loaded up, and let's just see. 130.2. Yeah, okay, well, I've got another one, and here, yeah, my takedown's pretty sweet. 126.9. I like that range a whole lot more. Okay, here we go. Got a lemon. We're gonna try to fix it. Well, now we have gotten into the Forerunner. We're gonna try to do a little diagnostic and find out where our problem is. I've also switched to the heads-up view here. I know somebody's gonna be down in the comment section going, "Oh, I hate the camera on your head view." But that is really going to give you the best view of what's going on here and the internals into the Forerunner and allow you to just, you know, pause it anywhere you need to. But there's the internals, like I said. Interesting, I like to talk about how the screws came out. And there's a lot of little small ones that go here, along the rails here, and down here in the bottom. Real small one up here on that sight. And that's the ones I can think of the most that have the little small ones. Otherwise, they pretty much have the normal size screws that they have in Nerf blasters. But we need to get to that spring. I'm looking at putting some K25 in this and finding out what other problem we have here. Is this blaster not lubed? Does it have the wrong spring in it from the factory? We don't know. It's always strange very strange when you get a lemon. You don't know what the problem is. Like I said, I've seen other reviews of this blaster and people getting well over 100, 108, really healthy, over 100 every shot. And, you know, you've seen this. I was getting 70, 75, 80 at the most. So let's take out a little piece right here. Now, okay, now remember this one. The big side's going to go down on that. Okay, and then that should pretty much allow me to get to the catch mechanism here. Just lift that out, And then if I'm really lucky, I might not have to take this arm off. Maybe I do. Yeah, let's see if we can just... I wanted to see if I could just pull this. And to catch all at the same time out. Okay, there goes the one arm off of there, so I should be able to then pop the other one off on the other side. There we go. And there we go. Able to get to the spring fairly easy. Catch all stayed together and everything. But let's check out this spring. Let's check out, see if we're lubed a little bit there. Not very much. I'm going to take this spring off and see. Let's see here. Yeah, kind of soft. It seems all right. You know, seems okay of a spring. Okay, now I do have a length of K25 spring here and a good enough amount. I've got, I believe, I think I've got 13 coils of K25 here, which is quite a bit of K25. I am a little dubious about putting in that much, so I may go ahead and cut this down to about the same length as the stock spring and maybe leave on one more coil. Okay, now I have cut it down actually to the same length as the stock spring with a total of 11 coils of K25, which is actually 2 more than what you would put in a Chrono's pistol. So yeah, good chunk of K25 in here. Reason being, if you look down in here, see how that's fitting? It's not quite, it's not quite fitting all the way down there the way the stock spring does, but it does fit right onto that little lip right here. If you can see that, fits right on down the top of that. And then what's left in there, that little space, is about a coil. So I went ahead and just did it at the stock spring length. And I think that's going to work out here pretty fine. Gone ahead and patted the plunger head. Get some lube up on here. I've also lubed up a little spot up front here on the end of the plunger tube there that really didn't look like it had very much lubrication on it at all. So we'll go ahead, lube this up kind of sloppily. Get plenty of it on there. Yeah, there we go. Good amount on there. Get this all lubed up, and then we're going to get a little daring here. Let's go ahead and put this away. And, gee. Yeah, this is where it starts to get a little bit scary. I'm going to go ahead and fit that on there. And then go ahead and line it up here. Push in my catch there, and then see if we can get enough of compression, if I can actually get this to catch. This is getting very dangerous. This is where you don't want to let go of anything. Push it all the way down until it catches. And it did catch. Whoo, yeah. So you look at the compression there, almost closed, but not quite all the way. Now, like I always say, at this point, you're holding on to a hand grenade here. So the important thing is not to touch this down here and release that catch at all. It's caught, it's holding on. Now what I need to do, you hear me taking a deep breath there, what I need to do is I need to sneak this up underneath here. Get it into the plunger tube. Get everything kind of lined up just nice. Get that back on. Are we on over there? On that side. Oop. Sure. Yeah, I want to make sure that I'm on like this side on the other side is. And then we're in. And then I can go ahead and put this piece back in. Now, what we're going to need to do here, though, Make sure we're all lined up here. There we go. That's what I was looking for. A little drop in right there. Oh, 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 oh. I don't want to go too far back though. Uh-oh, we want to move that. Here we go. Yeah, I need this to still be up here so that I can drop this piece back in. Remember the big part down here on the bottom. Line that back up. Oh, well, not touching that catch. I need to press down a little bit there. Get that to fit back in its place there. I do. I'm worried if I'm on the other side here correctly. I think so. Okay, and then like I said, you got to kind of reach down in here, press that back a little bit so that there it goes past that. There we go. Spring is in there. Okay, catch is all looking good. It is in where it needs to be. We are looking pretty good here. Like I said, spring is in there. It's just that easy. You seen how I compress that and everything, and then very, very carefully put that in there. Just kind of sneak it up underneath, like I said. Get that piece back in, press that down so it's little plastic spring down there at the end of it. Kind of presses in, and it is all in place. Like I said, trigger's in place. Everything here is looking pretty good. The spring is all in place. Everything kind of copacetic and where I need it to be here. Time to go ahead and screw everything back together and see what we've got. If we've made any results in this, made anything a little bit better, kind of sealed it up a little bit, patted the plunger head. And like I said, we have 11 coils of K25 in there. So good, healthy amount of spring. But let's put it back together and see what we got. Okay, now after adding 11 coils of K25 into the Forerunner, let's see what we've got, what the results are. Now remember, we started off with a bit of a lemon, doing anywhere from 70 to 80 feet per second. So let's see what kind of difference we've made getting in there and lubing things up and everything. Okay, there we go. 123, not bad. This is with the new Rival rounds. 127.9 is the range that I like. 126.2. 126.9. 128.5, pretty sweet. And here we go, last and final round. Let's make it a good one. 127.5. Maybe you can tell I'm a whole lot happier about the Forerunner now. Now, see, that's what I'm saying. That's where I'm glad, you know, where I got a bit of a lemon out of the store, out of Target. So buyers beware, they are out there. But, you know, being able to put a few dollars worth of spring in and have the know-how on how to do that. And look, I've got some much better numbers here. Matter of fact, let's check them out and see what the final results are. We had that max of 128.5, very nice. Minimum 123 and an average of 126.6. Remember me saying earlier I wanted to get somewhere between that 125 and 135 range? Well, that's because that's the range that I think is really sweet for a Rival. You know, helps out with the accuracy and the range very nicely. With that, right around that range is really a good sweet spot for a Rival blaster. So, yeah, I'm really happy that I was able to accomplish that with the Forerunner, liking this blaster a whole lot more. I liked it a lot and was really disappointed to see the first numbers that I got out of the box. But like I said, much happier being able to open this up and get in there, look around, and see how we can make it better. So there we go. Now let's take it on the range, see what it's got as far as accuracy. Okay, here we are at my home range, which is actually the range that I use for playing Lockdown over on Facebook, which is a great online HVZ game. If you've never seen it, I'll leave you a link for it down in the description box, and you go check that out. And I hope I hope you join up from seeing this video, because we have a lot of fun over there. I've been playing this game literally for the last 2.5 years. But yeah, go check that out. This is the range, and this would be what would be going on here. I would have 4-inch targets here representing zombies. So in this scenario, I got 3 zombies coming after me right now. Like I said, 4-inch targets at 16 feet. So going back here to 16 feet with the Forerunner, loaded up with the Rival rounds. And let's take down some of these zombies. Smoked them all. Okay, and as you can see, those things hit really dead on. That was that was pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that. In that game right there, that would be 1 shot drops, and I would get points for making all those in just 1 shot. But looking at it once again over the blaster, I like it a whole lot. You can see it is very accurate, and I'm going to come back with my final thoughts on this. Okay, quickly, final thoughts on the Forerunner, even excusing the fact that I got a lemon this time around. But as you can see, I took that lemon and put it in another spring, and a nice chunk of K25, 11 coils of K25. That's a good length of K25 fitting in there. But I'm kind of interested to see anybody that has one of these and maybe put 11 coils of K25 in it. Is there a difference? Do you have a difference? Did you have one, that averaged over 100 feet per second, probably averaging 105 feet per second straight out of the box? Did you get one of those and then put 11 coils of K25 in it? And what were your results? What's your numbers then? Because, I think we've got a good balance as far as firepower, the feet per second versus the accuracy and what's going on there, and the things that they've advertised. A lot of people, when they came out with this series, said, "Oh, enhanced barrel." Sure it is, but it is very much so. When you get one of these, take and put any of the rounds and see how much you got to squeeze, you got to push. That's a very tight barrel. How much you have to push that back in there, and realizing this is being pushed out with wind or air right behind it. And speaking of the wind, there's also inside the barrel here, I've got a picture. I'm going to try to clip it in here. As you can see, there's 2 holes, venting holes, or ports, is what it's often called, porting. Right here, as it hits the hop-up tab, top and below, there are 2 vent holes that vent off that air. The science behind it being, once it gets past that point, you've used up that air, and when it gets out to here and is leaving the barrel, it no longer has turbulent air right behind it. Very important thing. I've used it for short darts before. Not a lot of people do it that much, but it is very effective. And then you got the 2 little ridges here at the top and the bottom here to help stabilize that round as it's leaving the barrel. So this is enhanced. Somebody did their homework and a whole lot of testing to see that this, along with the new rounds, are very good. Now, Chaos rounds also will work in this beautifully. Adventure Force Tactical Strike rounds working it real good, but I noticed they have a little bit more effect, hit the hop up a little bit different, have a little bit more hop up to them. So if I was aiming on these targets, I would aim a little bit lower than I normally would on these. But yeah, makes it very accurate, and you can predict where the rounds are going a lot more than you can, especially in the older Rival blasters. You can make this thing, it's pretty accurate. The sights up top, can't say enough about them. Really, fixed sight up front, and then a sight over here that's adjustable in the back. This is what they should have put on every one of them. This is the best sight combination ever put on a Hasbro blaster. I can guarantee you that. I have this one just up 1 notch from forward there, up 1 notch, and as you can see, I'm able to dial in a certain sight picture that is just right on. And how I've got it aimed right there is, you can see those rounds smack this target, which is another thing. It's carrying a lot of that energy still forward. Since this round is very much in control, it's able to spin without fluttering around too much and losing energy off of it. So it's hitting that target pretty hard, even at 16 feet. But yeah, really, really loving this blaster. I think it's a great CQB blaster. I kind of got a little bit of a pet peeve to pick with a lot of people that make these videos, and always try to categorize your blaster as how it would fit into an HVZ loadout. How often do you go to HVZ events in your area? How often is a big HVZ event happening in your area? I would guess say very rarely, actually. Depending where you live at, I live in Northern California. If you go more down towards the Bay Area, yeah, there's a few more, but and back east maybe they have some, you can catch some invitationals and things like that at some colleges, but is HVZ is, I go to the Ragnar Oktoberfest. I've been to 2018 and the last Ragnar Oktoberfest in 2019. Okay, I haven't been to an HVZ event in years. So, to qualify this and say, oh yes, this would make a good primary. Sure, you could use it as a primary. Go have fun, HVZ. As long as you got, you got a pouch full of darts there to reload this up, fine. Secondaries, I don't believe in this much for HVZ, but this would make a great secondary. I believe in carrying a great primary, which I have 3S Percy's for that, and then a great firearm, a great sort of secondary, or rather sidearm, as just my sidearm. I don't need a secondary. You don't need all that weight. You need to keep moving and be mobile, and you're going to do a lot of walking and maybe at an HVZ event and maybe some running. So you want to be mobile. You want to be able to get out of the way quick, get to where you need to be quickly sometimes. So yeah, I don't know. I don't understand qualifying as everything is. But now CQB, if you throw events like I do, sure. Most of my events are played on a basketball court. This is a great CQB blaster. Everything is CQB, and you're more likely, aren't you, to go to a local club CQB event than you are an HVZ event. Here you go. This thing, around corners, compact, powerful, accurate. That's everything, especially accurate within 30, 40 feet, straight on accurate. Yeah, that's what you're going to want in a CQB battle and everything. Sometimes capacity isn't the biggest deal in that one. You want to be able to move quickly, which I can't. I'm an old guy with a beat up body. I don't move that quickly, but still relying on my firepower. And this would be a really fun blaster for any kind of CQB. 12 round capacity, that's really good. Most of the other blasters of this, without being in a magazine, all of them as a matter of fact, is made by Hasbro, without the magazines, or the maximum up to 10 rounds, with like the Saturn, something like that would be 10 rounds, whereas take down once again like 8 rounds. So yeah, 12 whole rounds in this, that helps out a whole lot. Operation wise, it's still going very, very smoothly. Really digging this. I'm really digging the front. I don't see any reason to modify this pump grip at all. If you want to use it that way, I've got bigger fingers. I still have plenty of room to reach around the front there, get a little extra leverage there, and pull this back and forward very, very quickly. So yeah, this is a real winner. Even though I got a lemon at first, okay? It takes a lot for me to say that, but the fact is, with 11 coils of K25, I was able to add 40 to 50 feet, literally 40 to 50 feet per second onto this blaster. That makes it a winner. And when I can nail those targets like that, yeah, it's a winner in my book all day. So yeah, $28 out there at Target, I believe, available at Walmart, also our Walmart.com anyways. But yeah, the new Nerf Rival Forerunner 1200. Digging it, liking it a whole bunch. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, take a second maybe and go down there and give me a thumbs up on this one. I sure would appreciate it. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video.